So I thought I'd found my forever person. We met at a friend's party, and honestly, from the first conversation, it felt like we were meant to be. I was 27, he was 30, and he was charming, ambitious, and had this sense of humor that made me laugh until I cried. We were together for almost 2 years, met each other's families, even talked about marriage. I really thought he was the one. But then, little things started to change. He was suddenly super secretive with his phone, and he'd get weirdly defensive whenever I'd casually ask what he was up to. I tried to brush it off, thinking it was just stress or work stuff, but one night he left his phone out while he was in the shower. Curiosity got the best of me, and I checked it. And there it was, dozens of texts with another woman, sweet things he used to say to me, pictures, plans for romantic weekends, the whole deal. It felt like my heart just shattered right there. When I confronted him, he didn't even try to deny it. He said he'd been seeing her for a few months and actually had the nerve to tell me he was bored with our relationship. I couldn't believe the cruelty. He packed up his things and left without a second thought, like what we had meant nothing. It was brutal. For months, I was a mess. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, just replayed everything over and over in my head. I went through all the stages of grief, leaning on friends and family, and finally started focusing on myself again. It wasn't easy, but I eventually got back on my feet. And here's where karma kicks in. About a year later, I heard from a mutual friend that his new relationship crashed and burned spectacularly. Turns out, the woman he left me for ended up cheating on him. And not just a one-time thing. She had a whole string of affairs that he found out about. Apparently he was heartbroken, tried to win her back, but she left him for someone else. Now he's single, and from what I hear, pretty miserable. Meanwhile, I'm in a much better place, focusing on myself and doing things I love. It's crazy how things come full circle sometimes. Karma may take her time, but she definitely has a way of showing up right on schedule.